Hello and welcome to Not Just Disney. A little bit of an echo today, a bit of a strange sound because you join us in our summer house. Now this is a wooden structure in our back garden, and to be honest, over the last few years we have used it pretty much as a fancy shed. It's stored the summer house furniture as well as loads of other chairs, tables, surfboard type equipment, anything that we really couldn't find another home for, we've popped in here. And as a consequence, we haven't really used it as a summer house at all. It's just been a very expensive shed. But this year we decided that we will use it as a summer house. So I've done a little bit of tidying out. A lot of stuff has gone so far. I still need to do a bit of perhaps a bit of disinfecting, as there was a dead mouse in here, and perhaps a bit of painting. Definitely a bit of dusting to get rid of some of these cobwebs, but to help me do that I really need to be able to use the shed, or summer house, sorry, during the twilight hours or when it's even dark outside. And as you can see, we haven't got any lighting inside, and we are a little distance from the house, and I'm not really wanting to have a main supply run from the house down to the summer house. So I needed to come up with another solution, and I think I found it, because whilst I was doing some more tidying in another part of the house, I rediscovered this, and it's a little solar lamp set from Philips, and I think I got this for around about £8–9. I certainly didn't pay more than £10 for it, and it must have been a couple of years ago from Home Bargains, I believe, and I haven't used it since, so it was a little bit of a waste of money, but now it's a freebie. And I can try and get this installed here, and we can get this summer house refurbished and back into use. Now I believe this was a system called LifeLight Home, and it was a system developed by Philips primarily for use in areas where there is no main supply, and they weren't talking about suburban back gardens in England. They were looking at Africa and areas like that where there is no mains electricity, and people have to use stoves with wood or kerosene, that provides heating and lighting, but obviously this lighting is a lot safer than burning a kerosene stove or lamp to provide your lighting, and a lot cleaner and a lot safer too. So let's take a look at what you get in the box. And first of all, of course, we need a solar panel, and here we have this one. It is quite a chunky little beast, 5 volts DC, 4 watts, and it can be used in temperatures up to 40 degrees centigrade. I shouldn't think we'll get that hot. And it has mounting points, so we could put it onto the roof of the summer house, and of course there is masses of cable to allow us to connect it up to this, the battery unit. Now this has a little hook, so you could suspend it from a nail or screw, or you could just place it on a shelf maybe. Has a couple of, well, it has one input, that's this one here for the solar panel, 2 outputs, because you can operate 2 lights from this, and they have separate control buttons here, and a USB out point, and you can charge your mobile device from it. Again, that's very useful where there is no mains electricity. So that's the battery pack, and to these outputs here you connect these lights, and they're these rather nifty pendant lights with a little hook, so you can suspend them from the ceiling and adjust the actual drop. As you can see, they have a nice white interior to obviously maximise the reflection of the light, and the LEDs are contained within this little globe, and of course they're not serviceable, so you just can't get them open at all. So I think that could be pretty effective, because I believe on the packaging it says that the output is 2 times 150 lumen, and that is going to be pretty bright, particularly in this enclosed area where the walls are quite light, and that should light us up really well. Obviously all I need to do now is get the things installed. So I think a logical place to put the lights is down this centre ridge, where we have these tea light holders and this glass ornament currently. The little hooks aren't substantial enough to be able to mount the pendant lights from. The fixings are just too large to go over the hook. So I bought some of these. There we go. Some little vine eyes, and they were from Asda. They were just 6 for £1. Easier than popping to a hardware store or a DIY store. And I'm going to pop that in the ceiling and then hang the lantern from that. So the first thing to do is obviously remove our glass ornament. We don't want that breaking. Put that down safely and unscrew this hook. A little bit rusty, but not too bad. I don't think we've had much damp in here. I think the mouse got in through a little gap in the door where the door's a little bit bowed, but we can try and sort that out. Okay, and let's see if we can use this current hole to get this vine eye in. Obviously it's a little bit more substantial than that cup hook. I'm not worried about the weight of the lantern. I was just concerned that you can't actually get the fitting over properly, so I'll just finish off getting that in and then we'll hang our first pendant. So I think that's about as tight as we need to go. Could go a little bit higher, but I don't think we need to. That's certainly not going anywhere, and as I say, I'm not really worried about the height of the lantern. Now I have adjusted the hook here because we don't really need any drop whatsoever due to the height of the summer house. So we're not the tallest people in the world. There we go. Can I walk into that? Yeah, just about, as long as I don't stand to full attention. Lights plugged in. Let's have a look, see if it operates. Just have 3 light level settings. Number 1, number 2, and number 3, and then we're back to off. So that's working. Now obviously I really need to sort of clip this cable up and perhaps run it down the side there, over the roof, down the side of the summer house, but I can do that later. We'll try a little test this evening to make sure we've got these lights positioned well, and you can join us then after I've installed the second light to see how bright it is in the summer house. Some time has passed. It is now around about 40 minutes after sunset, and it's time to get back to the summer house to check out the lighting. Now I have had to put a small light on here just so we can find our way in, as it is so incredibly dark. So we're in. Let's extinguish that light. There we go. I'll take a seat. And let's see how the pendant lights perform. Try to do it in stages. Let's see. So that's stage 1, I believe. Oh no, went too far, so let's try again. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. And that does provide a good level of illumination already. I think you'll agree. A little bit dark in the corners, perhaps doesn't look as dark in on the camera as it is in real life. And we'll try the second light. 1, 2, 3. And I think you'll agree that does provide a really good level of illumination. Certainly could read by that. It'd be very pleasant to spend some time down here on a hot summer's evening, as I'm sure we will get during 2019, and it'll also make my work to rejuvenate the summer house a little bit easier during these twilight hours. Now I have looked on the internet to see if this lighting system is available anywhere. So far to no avail, not even on eBay, second hand, but I will keep looking because I now fancy a set for the garage, which again isn't connected to the mains electricity, but if you could provide this level of illumination in there, that would be fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed that look at the first stage of our renovation of our summer house, bringing it back into proper summer house use rather than being a shed-like dumping ground. We might have another video or two as work progresses, so you can look out for that by subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell, and we look forward to you seeing us again here very soon on Not Just Disney. Bye for now.